global breakfast cereal market is highly competitive around the world. There are two leading companies, Kellogg's and Cereal Partners, but there are also plenty of other local rivals in each country. All of them are competing hard. So how do you develop competitive advantage in the various national markets? Let's begin with the three things we know about competitive advantage. First, that it's crucial to strategy. Second, that there's no magic formula for developing it. Each company will have its own individual method. Third, it all depends what you mean by effective. For example, Kellogg's effective strategy will be to maintain its leading share of the market, while the effective strategy of a smaller national company may just be survival. So the first lesson in global competitive strategy is define your objectives in the marketplace. Although there are two major competitors in the global breakfast cereal market, they are not necessarily equally powerful in every national market. This might simply be because one company launched into a national market before the other and established a strong position in that market. Kellogg's in the UK is a classic example. It launched over 50 years before its rival and has strong and loyal customers as a result. Nevertheless, competitive advantages can change. For many years, Kellogg's was the market leader, at least partially because it was first. But Cereal Partners, owned jointly by the Swiss food company Nestlé and the American food company General Mills, has been working hard in recent years to catch up with Kellogg's through new product launches, acquisitions, low-cost manufacturing, building on its strengths. As a result, Cereal Partners has taken market share from Kellogg's. So this is the second lesson in global competitive strategy. Analyse your competitors and plot how you will catch them in the marketplace. Given the strength of the two leading competitors, you might think that other companies could not survive globally, but you'd be wrong. Plenty of other companies exist. Why? Because other companies have found market opportunities where they can compete successfully. Healthy segments, children's segments, suppliers of breakfast cereals under the name of major retailers, and so on. So the third lesson in global competitive advantage is experiment to find a defendable market niche. And you can actually take this world market approach further. Not all national markets for breakfast cereals are the same. Some markets, like the US and the UK, are relatively mature with limited growth and many brands. Other markets, like China and South Africa, are still in the early stages of development. Importantly, competitive advantages are different depending on the degree of market maturity. In slow-growing markets, the competitive advantage of major companies like Kellogg's are strong and difficult to dislodge. In faster-growing markets, competitive advantage is more fluid. Companies like Kellogg's and Cereal Partners can be beaten. How? By new product innovation in flavours, packaging, lower manufacturing costs, etc. So the fourth lesson in global competitive advantage is to treat each national market individually where possible and it makes economic sense. They are not all the same. Even in higher technology products like computer tablets and mobile phones, different countries will present different opportunities because, for example, the levels of wealth of the population are different and the technology infrastructure also varies. Finally, in developing global competitive advantage, it's important for each company to identify and focus on its company's strengths. The way to compete against Kellogg's and cereal partners is to understand them, but not to copy them. Imitation is highly unlikely to deliver an advantage. It's more effective to explore questions like, what makes us different? Why should customers come to us? Do we have something that sets us apart? So the fifth lesson in global competitive advantage is to identify and build upon your special strengths. And you can see more about how to do this in Chapter 4 of the Lynch Strategic Management book, plus there's also a separate video that summarises this on this website.